Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. We are back with more news already, so let's get straight to it. The very first thing that I have for you guys is a brand new image of the upcoming Haolonggood Poseidon, and man, does this ever look gorgeous. First of all, I love the colors on this. I think it looks really nice. The sculpt is also fantastic, quite similar to the old Batat Diplodocus. I don't know how many people are going to be a huge fan of the rearing up sort of pose, but I definitely like it because we've had so many sauropods already from Haolonggood that we're just basically walking, so it is nice to see something a little bit different. Definitely excited for this one coming soon. Also, when it comes to PNSO, we as well have a new figure from them, and it is absolutely drop dead gorgeous. We have a Lordosaurus, and this is so unbelievably nice and also a very welcome surprise. I definitely did not see this one coming, and I think they absolutely knocked it out of the park as far as both the sculpt and a really cool looking color scheme. I do believe you can potentially already purchase this from PNSO on their AliExpress and Amazon store, but if not, you definitely will be able to very soon. Also, Collecta shared another image here, kind of giving us another sneak peek of a second wave of upcoming 2026 figures, and obviously there's quite a bit that you can take from this image, but nothing that, in my opinion, is super obvious that you can pick out as far as different species go, but they're absolutely hyping me up, which is exactly what they're aiming to do with these images. And the final thing I have, and a thank you has to go out to Plush Boy Q, who actually sent these images to me, but basically they are a bunch of listings for upcoming Mattel figures, and there are some really cool ones coming. First of all, we have a Jurassic World Strike Attack Postosuchus, so a new Postosuchus, keeping my fingers crossed it's a new sculpt, but either way it's a win because the older one was so hard to find. It'll definitely be nice to have that species back in the Mattel line. There's also a Dromaeosaurus, which should be pretty interesting. I'm quite excited to see what that one is going to look like. On top of that, there will be a Pachycephalosaurus, which of course we've had tons of those already, but I'm still interested in seeing the new version, as it has been quite a while since we've had one, and maybe we'll have a new sculpt. But there's also another Mutadon coming, which I think is going to very much so excite many, because, you know, it was just revealed yesterday that we were going to be getting some Mutadon figures in the, I think, the Epic Attack line. So it is exciting to have one now in the Frenzy pack. Hopefully the color scheme will be a little closer to what we see in the film. There's also a Spectrovenator, and that one is definitely going to be really cool. I'm very much so interested in finding out what that one looks like, you know. Hopefully it's not too stylized. And when it comes to another Frenzy pack, there is also the Ferodraco, which should be a pretty darn cool pterosaur. Love the fact that they keep going so obscure with all of the different pterosaurs they've been releasing, and a Strike Attack Scutosaurus. So the Scutosaurus is coming back around again. Definitely interested in that one because I really quite love that species, as well as a Frenzy Pack Champsosaurus. So I'd imagine this is probably quite a few waves of these figures and not like, you know, just some one individual wave or anything. But there will also be, and this might be the most exciting overall, a Strike Attack Dunkleosteus. How exciting is that one? Because I've kind of been thinking we might get one for a little while, especially considering it was shown off in Rebirth, but I didn't have a whole lot of hope in Mattel doing so, but I'm very excited to see that they will be finally pulling the trigger on that one. And a Dino Reveal Deluxe Orcoraptor. So it looks as though the Dino Reveal figures are going to get larger, which will be actually really exciting. I hope they make a whole bunch of different figures like that, as far as, like, you know, larger, you know, Roarivore size range figures. That would be really, really fun. So very exciting time to be a Mattel fan, and of course a lot to look forward to coming in the near future. Now I just have to wait for these to actually be revealed. So as of right now, guys, that's all the news I've got. When more comes out, I'll be sure to send it your way, but until then, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.